Yes. Yes. That's what's up. Hey, hey, hey. I know I was saying my gift love. Hey. I just wanna be your baby. 24 hours a day. And kisses. Can you turn that down just a little bit? Like fade down for me? Like just let it play real low. So what's really funny is what I wanted to play real low behind me, like talking right now because this is my dad's song. So I want to see if YouTube is gonna ban me from using my own shit right now. Like, that's wild. That's wild. How y'all feeling? Am I alone? I know I'm not alone because I see there's people with me on the internet. What up, internet? Y'all gotta make it sound good for the internet, guys. Okay. And this is, you know how we make it sound good for the internet? Let me tell you how we make it sound good for the internet. Yeah, we get in the right mood. Shout out to Carlos at House Party Cafe. Come on, y'all. We the only ones here. Out here on some millionaire shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. You don't know what I mean? Millionaire shit is what I imagine my life to be these days. Because y'all know I'm a rich auntie, right? I'm a rich auntie. I live that rich auntie lifestyle. Yes, I have children of my own, but I prefer to call myself their rich auntie. You know? Because I didn't raise them. God bless his heart. Their father raised them. So that's why I still get to feel good about myself as a mother, because I know it's not my fault. Some people don't know how to do their own laundry right now. Like, it's not, I didn't do that. Welcome to the opening reception of part 2 of the resurrection of Black Joy. I am Black Joy. If you can't tell, I'm Joy Sanchez. You keep like I clap. That's fine. Let's dance. Clap. We're here to make it sound good for the internet, guys. What's up, internet? Thanks for joining us wherever you are in the multiverse. Like Brandon says, you could be anywhere in the multiverse, but you chose to be here with us, with me. So thank you for that. I'm extremely proud to have my artwork be hosted here for the month because look at me. Look at me. I didn't grow up seeing artists that look like me around. I think it's really profoundly important. I think navigating the world when your name is Joy and you're Black is extremely hard because how do you be joyous and Black? That's been just kind of I don't know, right? Because every time we got some nice shit, they come and drown us. You know how many lakes are made of Black towns? It's crazy. It's over 100 lakes of Black towns. It's a true fact. San Juan Hill is now Lincoln Center. You know what I mean? It's just wild. So how do you be Black and joyous? And I find my faith, my solace, my everything in art, whether it's comedy, music, painting, writing, you know what I'm saying? I find my solace in my my peace, my fortitude. People like to be like, you so strong. Bitch, I'm not. I'm really fucking not. I'm fragile. I am a fragile little flower. And comedy has taught me that, this art has a purpose. And so that's what Black Joy is all about. Us just living our purpose as we can, as we should, as we deserve to, with all the love and abundance around us. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Is there anything wrong with that? No. Whatever. It's fine. So, funny thing, right? I realized that a part of Black Joy is also rest. You don't have to always be working. That's just for the birds. It's just not. You don't, and you shouldn't have to do everything yourself. You know what I mean? Having a team, that's part of the reason I calls on the mighty, mighty forces of the artists that are joining us tonight to really just kind of push my theory, my sociological theory of Black Joy into the world. I know, watch, it's gonna be great. You're gonna be wait, but not everybody here is Black, and that's exactly that is my point. Not everybody here is Black, but everybody here is Black because the sun is a Black body. Thank you. I'm sure that was from my poets. I appreciate y'all. So I'm not gonna hold it up. I want to get to the point, which is this. there are rules for Black Joy. One of them is you can't do everything by yourself. You know what I mean? You need a team around you. You need people that believe in you, and you got to believe in those people too. You got to believe that somebody has unconditional care for you, so that you can also have it for yourself and then give it back to the world. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I can't see y'all because I'm blinded. So like we have this is all right. Cool. All right. So the internet says I'm right. So these are my like two basic rules. One, in order to achieve that, you got to give everybody kindergarten love, right? Whenever kindergarten love is the love that we all got siblings, right? Cousins, whatever, and they graduate kindergarten into first grade, and it's like, yay! You can identify red. Yes, you're gonna be something one day. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We encourage it, and I feel like somewhere along the way we don't encourage each other. Like people just don't encourage people that way. You know what I mean? We was banging pots in the pandemic and nobody's clapping for me when I finally take the trash out. Like it's not fair, you know? So I just asked to cultivate that atmosphere of like kindergarten love. The second thing is I can't do it alone. So I'm not even hosting this show tonight. See? Y'all thought I was gonna no. I want to make it sound good for the internet, so I can't do two things at one time. I can, however, give space to somebody who is coming up, finding their own way and their own style, and is killing this shit. One of the funniest motherfuckers I have met, and the most ride and thrive motherfucker I've ever met thus far. So I'm gonna turn it over to her to get this thing going. Yeah. Give it up for Winter.
Yo, what's up? Is this shit actually live?
Yes.
Because I'm wondering how I'm supposed to read that list you never sent me. Yo, I'm just saying, how am I supposed to read it? How am I supposed to know who's up first?
Crash on first. Why you gotta play?
You were supposed to send me the list. We supposed to be doing this together, right? I'm just saying.
It's in the chat.
I'm just kidding. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Black Joy Festival, right? You named it a festival. You sent me, that was your, when you first told me about it, right? Thank you. All right, cool. Sometimes I question my memory, but then I remember shit like that. I'm like, all right, I'm not getting Alzheimer's yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good way to start. Have you guys taken the time to see the paintings that were up there? Yeah. Let me tell you, as somebody who's seen some of the paintings when they've started to what they've become, it's just amazing how like time and like our environment like pushes us towards like adding, like there is always room for improvement, and that's super dope. And I see that it was amazing. But like you made it more amazing. Okay, I never said they were bad. They were good from the beginning. Just internet, be with me on this. They were beautiful. Okay. Y'all, I see y'all every day, so I'm not worried about y'all canceling me. But you guys, this is forever. But who's ready to get this started? We're gonna have a great show. All right, give it up for your first comic, Crenshaw. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? How you guys doing out there? What's going on? What's up? Internet, how you doing? Oh shit, they're not actually watching porn. There's actually people up there. That's what's up. Yeah, man, talking about Black Joy, celebrating Black Joy. Shout out to Joy Sanchez, clap it up for her again, putting this together, the Joy Festival. It is important to find joy out there because shit be going on with people's lives. Shit be hard out here. For instance, my both of my parents recently had some fairly serious surgeries. And it's always hard to like watch your parents get older. You have this image of them like when you were a kid, you remember everything that they were able to do back then, and you see them now and you see how like time and age has affected them. And when you watch that happening to them, you can't help for yourself but to think, that's what you get. He was talking a lot of shit when we were younger. Look at me now, huh? I want to see you try to slap me into the middle of next week now. You would throw your shoulder out. Keep that shit together, Grandma. Huh? Yeah, man, it's I don't know, man, it's cool. I don't know, mental health's important, obviously. I don't know, there's a lot of people dealing with mental health issues, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and whenever somebody's dealing with depression, we always tell them, find somebody to talk to, get it off your chest. Don't keep it all bottled up inside. Got to let it out. But I don't know. I feel like that advice kind of backfires a little bit, because when you have a lot of people talking about depression, that shit's depressing. It's like I told you, tell somebody about that shit, not me, like somebody else. Like it's a lot of like your depression doesn't help my depression, like it's just extra depression. Like it doesn't make me feel better about myself. I don't know, man. It's I feel like that's a big thing in the Black community now. A lot of people going to therapy. I feel like it's creating like a rift in the Black community. On one side you got therapy. The other side, you got church, and they're just fighting over the black soul like drug dealers, trying to figure out, who's going to win this. I feel like therapy's moving in on church's territory, and church is not happy about it, Therapy out here trying to poach customers from church and shit. Like, come on, let me talk to you for a minute. I can get you in and out in 45 minutes. You ain't got to be there all day no more. Come talk to me over here. Like, we will get you the IHOP good and early on Sunday morning. You will not have to. You got to wait in that line or nothing. Copay, all that's consistent. You got to take no offerings. Oh no, I get though. I get why a lot of people aren't totally on board with going to therapy. I feel like with therapy and just mental health in general, one thing you got to remember is that like this is the best that it's ever been in history. Like if you go back in time, shit just gets kind of dicey, Actual medical, I work in the mental health field, and medical fact here, up until a couple of years ago, did you know that the documented treatment for a panic attack was just slapping the shit out of somebody? Like that's what like they would study that shit in school, You remember that shit like you see it in movies back in the day, somebody be panicking like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Somebody just walk up, just like, all right, goddamn, fucking, all right, focus now. This is let me get back to disarming this bomb, all right. Cool, man. Yeah, man, the therapy versus church, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a thing, man. There's a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like we gotta give older Black people though. I feel like we gotta cut them a little slack on the not trusting therapy because I don't know. For them, I feel like therapy just must feel like a very elaborate interrogation setup. It's like somebody just come in, hey, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. About to ask you some life-changing questions. That'll make anybody nervous, Just asking these probing questions. I can just see it halfway through the session. It's like, hold on. Why are you trying to get me to snitch on my mama? You're asking a lot of questions about her. She's doing her best, goddamn. Unpopular opinion here. It's probably not going to go over well, but to be honest, not a fan of nerds these days, man. Nerds in general, I don't know, a lot of people claim to be nerds. It's a thing. Sorry to all the Black nerds out there. I don't want to shit on you guys. But yeah, man, not a fan. To be honest, I'm jealous of nerds. I got to be completely vulnerable over with myself. I'm jealous of the things that they get to do. They get to be outwardly neurotic a lot of times, which I don't always get to be, especially growing up. Like, man, inner city, you don't get to just express your emotions like that. Nerds just get to make those nerd sounds and just keep on living life. They get to do that shit just out loud and walk through the world making those noises. I got to keep on. I got those same idiosyncrasies and neuroses and shit, but I got to keep it all bottled up inside. And that affects you too, And so, but instead of becoming a nerd, I went the complete opposite way and just became cool as shit. So that's what I got to deal with. Next time you see a cool nigga out there, man, give him a hug. Tell him it's gonna be all right. Like, nigga just fly like he's holding some shit back. Like he gonna be cool. He's like, yeah, appreciate it, but you gonna go home and cry about it. It's gonna be all right. Thank you for seeing me. That's dumb. No, man, nerds they're whatever. I feel like I was never accepted by nerds. Like I was in advanced classes, took AP, shit like that. Honors classes, had to do that. But I didn't like typical nerd stuff. Like I was don't want to brag. I was smart enough to be a nerd, but didn't have nerd interests. I was interested in other like random shit, like pimps. Very odd fascination with pimps growing up. You can tell by the hat. Very weird fascination with pimp. Got a favorite era of pimping, the early 1940s to the early 1970s favorite. What I like to call the golden era of pimping. It was a lot of pageantry. It was all about the flamboyancy and the look. That's where you had like the players ball and all that shit. After that, track got involved. Known with the gorilla pimping era, just all violence and all that shit. It got all messed up. But as you can tell, these aren't conversations that you just have over a lovely game of Dungeons and Dragons. You can't just be. Yeah, man. I feel like nerds, they're not scrutinized enough for you just allow them to do a bunch of things that seem cool, but I don't know, it end up messing stuff up. A lot of shit. Fucking COVID, that was invented in the lab by a nerd, I'm sure. We all agree on that. That just happened. It didn't happen. Nah, man, but oddly enough, I feel like what nerds need are pimps in their lives. Like they need somebody to help them, give them guidance and direct them in that nerd energy. So you're not out here making dumb shit, Just need a pimp to come in their life like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Making AI to write emails that didn't nobody want to read in the first place. Like, where the fuck are the hoverboards? And they go like, get back into the lab. Like, why am I not saying this levitating above the ground right now? Like, shut the fuck up and bitch. But yeah, man, that's what we all need in our lives. Pimps, motivational figures at their best. And that's what we aim to be. And that's my time. Give it up for your host. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yo. That's fucking funny as hell. Pimps and therapy, guys. Pimps and therapy. Funny, yo, when I was a kid, I used to walk around telling people, when I grow up, I'm a pimp hoes and sell drugs. I swear to God. It's a true story. Then my mom slapped me. I was like, all right, never mind. Selling drugs is cool. Pimping hoes is not okay. Pimping hoes is not okay. All right, where's everybody at? They just dipped to get tacos? That's what happened? That's wild, son. Right? Or am I bugging? Right? There was more people. I know I'm high right now, but all right. We could look. Where's Joy? Joy! Oh, she right there. How's everybody doing on the internet? Are we still popping?
Is this thing on?
No, it's definitely on. I see waves. Like it said wave on it, which means, yeah, my bad. Not waves, but waves. All right. How's it going, guys? You guys doing all right? All right. Is our next comic ready? I can't get what you said out of my... Yo, you know how many people... I grew up Muslim, by the way. The minute I said therapy, they looked at me like I said Satan, bro. It was wild. That shit crazy. Brandon, you ready to do some jokes? Yeah, this dude is like my favorite person on the earth, low-key. You never know what the fuck's gonna come out of his mouth, but it always makes sense. Every time, never fails. Give it up for your next comic, Brandon!
Oh, look at this adorable shit right here. What's going on with this setup? This is like I'm about to teach somebody about algebra. Like E equals MC squared, carry the 2. That's how you sell apes.
Yo, that's how you sell it.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a kid growing up in a black household, fucking therapy was non-existent. Therapy was an ass whooping. I absolutely agree, Crenshaw. Therapy was like, oh, you ain't been hit enough. Like, I told my mom once I heard voices, she was like, nah, nigga, that's either imagination or God. Pick. You gotta pick which lane you want. So the voices had to tell me, like, I had to start telling her the voices told me to do shit like she wanted. Like, oh, this voice in my head telling me to go do dishes. She was like, oh, finally, that voice is not getting their ass whooped. That's what I'm talking about. Keep your shit together. You gotta let that shit work for you. I had to let I said this before. I don't know how anybody is out here freebasing life without a mental disorder, nigga. I'm shocked. Like when I meet people who don't have at least one mental disorder, I'm worried. Like, nigga, bless you. What's wrong with you, nigga? You gotta be something. It's fun to be something out here. Whatever I am, and I know what you're talking about. I love being a nerd. Why? Because I get to focus on the like important shit, like hentai. Never would have found hentai if I wasn't a nerd. Look, we know what hentai is? Animated cartoon porn, mostly of your favorite characters. It's okay. It's all right. We hoes. I know we a room full of hoes. I have masturbated to every one of the X-Men. I know exactly, you know what I'm saying? You ever masturbated to somebody watching them be levitated by a tornado? Freaky shit, right? That's what I'm talking about. High five, hoes. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I told you I was ready, and I was like 75% correct there. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I had a weird day today, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, when you have one of the moments you don't address, you gotta kind of address it. Like I woke up today and I felt like there was like an issue that I hadn't dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like something weird was just kind of bothering me or whatever. And I leave my house and my roommate is there. Now, my roommate is what I like to call a heroin addict. You know, I think that's what they call them kids these days. You know what I'm saying? You be banging high rails and needles in your arm, full of an addictive chemical. Then yes, I think that calls you a heroin junkie is what the cool kids refer to you as, right, Crenshaw? Right, you junkie, or junkie fuck. You know what I'm saying? Depending upon what part of the country you're in, deep south they call them junkie fucks. So this junkie fuck, he came up to me, he didn't come up to me. He was sitting on the stairs, and I came up behind him because I was leaving, and I was talking to myself because again, I'm fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I have to talk to myself. Well, who the fuck am I gonna talk to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many times I didn't solve world hunger? Like at least 5 or 6 times, and I'm good with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Sometimes I have the best conversations, like why I love blowjobs so much. Oh no, I do. Listen. I love going down on people. I think it's one of the most selfless acts you could ever possibly do. It's like doing CPR on a person who's not choking or drowning or dying. It's life saving though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's as important as CPR. Facts.
As important.
It's as important as CPR. You ever got some head and it was just like, you know what, everything this whole day, well, I'm good. I was mad today. I was to jump off a bridge. Now that head just got me right where I needed to get to. I'm gonna put on this Netflix and take a nap. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm gonna make another day. I'm gonna make another day. I've got a head like that before. Like, I'm gonna make another day. Thank you, God. Shout out God for that one. You never got award-winning head? I've got that a few times. You got to stand up. Woo! Man, I got to shout out to you. Good job, you. Whoever taught you that last move was never. Oh man, no, that's great ones. Or I like the other one. I like the eye twitch. You ever got eye twitch head? Like it's called the glitch. You have a glitch? Like your brain fucking restart for a second. I don't know what just happened. You lose track of time. You're like, what the fuck? How many minutes was that? That's the best. Listen, like I said, someone told me once that they don't see how sex is just for procreation. They thought the sex was for procreation. I was like, I don't see how you could think that. Because humans love sex. We love doing freaky hoe shit. That's the best. Them the best times. You ever just do some real hoe shit and afterwards you like, nah, I was all right with all of that. Nah, I got a little touch and go there. Like you ever had somebody just spit on you? Just like if someone just like full spit on you and you're like, nah, I'm okay with that. Nah. I know the first time it happened to me, I was getting choked. Like I was getting choked. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Role reversal like a motherfucker. But I'm okay with this though. Nah, that's good. She was choking me. She was like, I'm so mad at you, Dad. I was like, oh my God, what the? Hey, listen. Listen, when you fuck with hoes, it just come out. I realized that, you know. Listen, hey, again, that's why I love sex. You ever what I like to call the eye opener? You ever accidentally come, but like you just freeze for a second and you remember some shit you were supposed to remember like days later. You was like, oh shit, that's where I left my keys at. They fell behind the desk at work. That's what it was. Damn, I forgot. That's exactly what happened. I love it. It's so adorable. Like, one of the reasons I love it is I love watching people come because we look so fucking stupid. We just look dumb as hell. You ever see somebody just start making death gurgles? You're like, what the fuck? Don't die on me. Breathe. It's breathe. It's the best, son. I love it. Bro, they just get so they get nasty. Women mid-coitus, like mid-cum, get fuck me, nigga, fuck me, nigga. Like, stop, hold on. Slow down, stop. Wait, let's cuddle. Hold on, hold me. Hold me first, bitch. Down now. Good. You ever just get that uncomfortable blanket pull? You just gotta wrap yourself up after that. Like, hold on, I feel violated. Time out. We need to take a moment. This is fun, right? See, I love this. I gotta just get in there. My mind. Oh, I was mentioning my roommate. So, and again, my dumbass roommate stopped me. Dumbass jokey motherfucker stopped me and was like, I was talking to myself. He said, "What you say to me?" I said, "Oh, nah, I was talking to myself." He said, oh, okay. I was, okay. Now, again, in New York, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because tone will get your ass toned the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The way you say something, you might be like, "Hey, you good?" And be like, "Hey, nigga, you good?" Like that right there might start World War III, nigga. Just be careful, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I was like, I was like, "We good?" He was like, "No, we not good." I was like, "Oh, why?" He said, "Well, because you emptied an entire fire extinguisher into my room." Now that I did, yes, I did do that. I mean, I did. And I told him, I said, yes, I did, because you had called me racial slurs and told me you were going to kill me. So you needed to be fire extinguished. Apparently, whatever was going on in your room needed to be extinguished. Now, do I feel bad about that? Not the fuck at all. I have slept like a baby every night. It has been so quiet. You know what? I have not heard racial slurs. What? Shock. You would think there was some type of magical powder in that fire extinguisher that must have stopped the evil racism that was happening in that room. I don't know. But he was mad at me. And I told him, I was like, well, listen, if you need me, you know where I am. He was like, I was like, what's wrong? He was like, well, I'm unhappy about it. I was like, oh, well. Like, I don't mean to be that guy. Like, it's so weird. Like, it's weird, right? Like, I am adorable. I am cuddly. I am nice. I will Molotov cocktail your mom's house. I'm sorry. I mean, with all due respect. I know my line too. I mean that. I love you to death, but like, trust me. Like, if I'm ever pushed to the wrong point, I will set fire to a lot of things. I've learned one secret. So many things are not immune to fire. What? God, I should not have told my crazy ass that. Nothing. You ain't met nothing. Dinosaurs, nigga, fire, check. Trees, gone, nigga, all of them, fire, down, nigga. You right now, if you trying to fight me right now, nigga, I do fire at you. You like, hey, stop playing, nigga, what's up? What the fuck? Nigga, this is a fist fight. You not fighting with fire, nigga, what the hell? If you had a gun and I threw fire at you, you'd be like, nigga, this nigga bugging. It's turned into a real firefight, nigga. What the fuck? Could you imagine if I pulled up on a nigga with a flamethrower? Just being like, what you talking about, nigga? Like, hey, nigga, that's dangerous, nigga. You fucking around with fire, nigga. We just out here fighting to the death, nigga. Stop playing. No transitions here. I've always thought it was weird when I get threats from certain people. Like, I always thought like black people threats are so weird. Cause they mad gay. Like they very homosexual. And I don't know, we know that as black people. They just throw you, hey nigga, what's up? Nigga? What up, nigga? You want me to get up all in your ass, nigga? What's up? I'm like, whoa, nigga, time out. What kind of party is this? What? Nigga come to fight you, be like, nigga, I'm gonna be all of you, nigga. I'll be all over you, nigga. What's up? put these hands all over you, son, what's up? You're like, nigga, well, thank you, I needed a massage. I have had back problems these last few days. It'd be so weird, nigga. Niggas jump right in your face. Oh, I got 1 minute, I got you. Niggas jump right in your face, but right here. The nigga trying to fight you too. He was like, nigga, what's up, nigga? What's up? What's up? Nigga, you kiss me. Don't be bad as fuck about it. I would do that for like 2 minutes. I would just if one day you see me, I do this like in a big audience of 1,000 people, I just get off the stage and walk into one nigga and just be like, he gonna be like, I wouldn't do it though. Sorry. I had no end for that joke. It was too funny right where it was. I should have left it. I got 1 minute. So we were talking about nerds. And I tell people all the time, I am a huge nerd. I love being a nerd. I love video games, specifically for the list of video game characters I want to fuck. That's another day. However, one of my favorite video games is Super Mario. I love it. Love it because it's a romantic story about a man running around a magical kingdom searching after his unfaithful bitch. It's loving. It's loving. It's him and running after his hoe. It's even the lyrics to the theme song. Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch at? I don't know where my bitch is. She's missing. It's also the lyrics to the dungeon track. My bitch is still missing. My bitch is still missing. I don't know where she is. My bitch is still missing. I don't know where that bitch is hiding that joke. Here's my question though, and I was wondering this. So you got this magical kingdom, right? Okay, you got this magical kingdom with tubes that teleport you all over the place, flowers that let you breathe fire, turtles with wings. Why the fuck did it take a handwritten note to find out that his hoe was still cheating on him? 9 fucking times from the same motherfucking person. Like you knew that shit before I came in this motherfucker. You could have told me that when I got in the front door. Did you see the fucking lava? Nigga, whole house is floor is lava rules. Nigga, what the fuck? Told you could have. It's just because Bowser was black, y'all. Oh, you didn't know that? Bowser was black. Check me. Nigga loved Jordans. Check. Nigga was good at playing basketball. Okay? He did it in all the video games, all right? He rapped. Okay? He lived in a castle, referred to himself as king, nigga. It's every nigga you know. Nigga, he had a chain with his face on it. You got any more proof, nigga? He had 9 kids illegitimately with a white woman who kept running back to her motherfucking husband. Nigga, that's the blackest shit I ever heard, nigga. Nigga, Bowser was a black Hebrew Israelite, nigga. Anyway, my name is Brandon Scott. I love you. Y'all love y'all.
I told y'all, you never know what the fuck he gonna say, but it's always gonna make sense. And that shit made sense, bro. Shit, all the facts, bro. That's so funny. Sometimes I want just like 10 minutes in your mind to see. Yo, that's fucking funny as hell. The gay shit too, I'm Arab, right? I'm telling you, when I would go back home and all these people would be like, you so, like, they would act extra macho and shit. All those men were in dresses, you know what I'm saying? So I would just look at them and be like, you think you tough, but you really can't be yelling at me in that skirt, my dude. You know what I'm saying? And they hold hands and shit. I'm like, all right, that's pretty gay, you know? So much potential for progress there. I don't know what's going on. How could we be so open-minded but closed at the same time? Amazing. I would like to mention the fact that we will be raffling off some of these paintings. They're all for sale currently, but for the people online, if you guys want to come through to the house party, cafe, and lounge, all month long, there's going to be raffles for these amazing pieces of artwork that you'll see when you walk in. They're all on display, so you can buy a raffle ticket, put your name, put what painting you'd prefer to have on it as well. Raffle tickets are $25. You can get 3 for $50. And if you actually see some of these paintings, let me tell you, bro, if you're lucky enough to win that raffle, shits are fire. Like, you need to come down here even just to see it. Just come check it out. And I will be talking more about that, but hopefully we'll give some time to the actual artist to talk about it as well, because I'm gonna bring her up to do hopefully a piece from her book that is also for sale. And it's always on deck with her, and you can hit her up on Instagram or all platforms at the Notorious RBJ. So yeah, give it up for the person responsible for all of this beautiful Black joy. Joy.
Yay! Y'all could clap. You can clap them cheeks a little harder for a Black woman. Make it sound good for the internet. For the internet. I don't know if anybody's there anymore. I don't really care. I know. So I'm gonna share a poem out of my new book. Just a word about the art too. All the art is for sale, right? And all the art is a part of the raffle until somebody buys it. So if someone has not bought it, that $25 could win you a tiny piece or it could win you a big piece. It's a whole 30 days. We don't know what's gonna happen. Well, 20 days, but still 20 days. That's a long time. And I think it's a good deal. And I think my art deserves that type of patronage. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. So I'm gonna share. I know I have no reason. People have no reason to buy your book if they've never heard anything that's in your book. So I'm gonna do this piece that's in my book for a specific reason and I'll tell the story after of why. But I'm gonna do this piece from my newest book, Blah, Volume 3, which I did all the photography, the writing, the paintings, the essays, the editing. Damn, I do way too much. Okay, I feel like Heyman, like 12 teen jobs. And my boss still don't appreciate me. This Black is curious about itself in the world. Will ask questions about things, about people, places, and situations it does not understand and may require more clarity on. This Black is happy, joyous, and abundant. It laughs wildly, occasionally morphing into a cackle, and once in a while, this Black might even give up a snort. This Black smiles for no reason at all or for any reason because this Black has reclaimed its smile from anxiety and shame. Those monsters that failed to steal this Black's joy. And this Black is not crazy, even though I look it. Period. And or especially just because it is not willing to suffer for the comfort of others, their failings and their fragility. This Black refuses to live in fear or fear anyone or anything anymore, and or especially not fear those who were so afraid of this Black's power that they built a whole world of castles and cages with this Black's bones. Painted the bars with this Black's blood, so all this Black would ever see is red and feel blues, and this Black's current state of events keep evolving into whitewashed historical fictions, telling them tales of when America was great once upon a time. This Black laughs at their stories so deeply that the ancestors reverberate in my chuckle, having learned that the space between the the space between the lines of schools' altered textbooks at home. You best believe that this Black is educated and was raised to be a great student, critical thinker, 0.01% of the theorized talented 10. The type that always does the extra credit, goes above and beyond because this Black was raised to work twice as hard just to get half as much and be deemed one of the good ones. And when this Black considers that thing that's often said about apples not falling far from the trees, it's the hypocrisy for me. It's like, I mean, I got the clarity to see that there's actually a bunch of good ones, like the ones that raised me. And contrary to popular belief, this Black was raised in a home with a daddy, raised to be a lady, taught to never give a first chance or second glance to any of these hoodlums and stay away from those hooligans, no matter what they say. This Black has always kept its head and standards as high as its heels. No cap, this Black stays high. Because this Black is forgiving all the ignorance in all these moments where people's actions admit what they don't know. Like right now, you are Jon Snow when it comes to this Black. This Black sets its own boundaries, meaning unless you allow yourself to be open to the discomfort that comes along with the commitment to this Black, the relearning after being reflected in this Black's brilliance, you cannot try to be any type of friends with this Black. This Black is not sorry that it's not sorry. And this Black may hurt your feelings by reinforcing this boundary. This Black's accountability demands accountability, and all amends do when they say that you are not your ancestors. This Black expects you to be willing accomplice to all shenanigans, exploits, and rebellions when they go down. This Black don't need your allyship, nor does it care for it, especially when we know it's both performative. See, this Black only needs your help when fighting against or stripping of our human rights and dismantling the systemic oppression that got us here in the first place. Because this Black isn't responsible, nor is it here to clean up the mess we are in now. This Black is not thinking about you as much as you think it is. There's a page. Hold on. I'm not done. Hold on. Don't call it. This Black is not rude. It's just busy. As in, this Black is usually working, most often for others, and usually while juggling a side hustle or two to meet the needs of their families, which dreams they've dared to dream. And most often than not, this Black is really just dreaming of living in peace instead of resting in it. Saving enough to meet the cost of living, or saving up enough for a safe place to exist, or just trying to exist. This Black is exhausted, tired, cranky, angry, however you choose to name me. This Black will always reframe it because this Black is holding the brush, painting my own portrait for once. This Black ain't got the energy to care about you more than I care about me. So save your tears, your deflections, any and all of your questions for anybody else but this Black, because Google is a resource and it's free facts. And if you ever think to underestimate us, please remember the sage advice of Wesley Snipes, and always bet on Black. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate how good you make it sound for the internet. We millionaires in this bitch. I was like, that was the future millionaire chuckling at that joke, identifying himself, because only millionaires do shit like this, Rent out whole venues for them and 8 of their best friends to get this mediocre comedy. I feel honored. But so I chose to share that specific poem because one day this next performer was at an open mic at the Daily Press. And I did a version of that poem from memory while drunk. So you can imagine how well that went for me, right? But I got so into it. I'm like in the crowd, I'm acting it out. I am working all my chops, okay? I was, everybody laugh at the Black girl, right? So much energy. Adiel was there. Now, the next day, I see Adiel. He's not the next performer, by the way. I see Adiel at this mic, and he's like, yo, what did that girl do to you? Like, the fuck, bro? And I'm like, fuck are you talking about? He's like, yo, you were like totally yelling at this white girl, like, I was like, dude, I was just doing some poetry. Like, that was it. Like, Thank you for the compliment. You're letting me know that my acting is getting way better. I am progressing out here. That's what it's about. It's about growth, baby. So, that day it passes. And then the very next day is another open mic at the Daily Press. So I'm there waiting to sign up. And I walk over, and this next performer walks up to me, and she's like, "Hey, you're Joy, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's just like, I just want to sincerely apologize. I don't. She was terrified, y'all. Like, I don't know what I did, but I'm so sorry. So I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "The other night, it just like, it seemed like I did something, and I just want to ask, did I do something to like make you upset? Can I buy you a drink to make it up? Like, anything, like, let me know." And I was like, "Yo, no, you just sitting in the wrong seat at the wrong time." Like, that was acting. It was acting, my darling. It was nothing. And the moral of the story is that I watched the video later on that night, because Adiel, of course, took the video for me and sent it to me. And I really seem to have a problem with you. So so I just know one day I'm gonna win an Oscar. And it's all because of this moments like these. But I'm really excited to have her on the show. She is a very vital part of the equation, which is white women when it comes to Black joy. You know what I mean? Because I used to write poetry that used to have white people come up to me and ask me, "How can I be a better person? How can I fix the problem?" Like, they expected, like, we all know I'm too rude to teach you anything. Like, you can Google, it's a resource. That's what I used to say. That's where that comes from. But then to like write something that like makes somebody feel like they just need to apologize, like they're gonna skip the necessity to ask me what to do. They're just gonna apologize because they felt wrong. There's something in my ancestral mind that just healed a lot from that exchange. And I also feel like Black people didn't create racism. It's not our problem. We shouldn't fix it. And the way that Jessa, shit, did I say your name wrong? Jason. The way that Jason provided this like healing moment for me, where I'm like, damn, this is dope. That there are way better people in the world now. Like, a generation later, I feel like all the angry Black woman poetry I wrote 10 years ago had a good effect on the world. And Jasa is living proof that not all white people are bad. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are funny, because I know she is. So please give some love to Jasa Little.
Hello. Hey. Thank you for having me on as a diversity hire, Joy. I really appreciate it. I was thinking about that. Like, what is an event by and for Black people if a white woman doesn't somehow manage to get on the microphone and talk to you about bullshit for 8 minutes? I'd like to know, you seemed so angry, and it wasn't like necessarily like your tone, it was like the eye contact of that evening, of you, like, you weren't even looking at a book. Like, you were doing it straight from memory and just making like the hardest eye contact with me while you were shouting.
I'm the greatest of actors.
Yes, and she actually got off stage and was like 2 feet away from me. So it makes sense why IDL was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck did Jason do? Like, am I gonna like have to blacklist her before she even has a career? Jesus. No, it's weird having like a name like Jason because everybody fucks it up all the time, first of all. But also because like everybody's convinced it must mean something. Like, it has to mean something. It has to be from something. It just means my mom smokes a lot of weed. And she thought it'd be funny to make her kid racially ambiguous on paper. Like, when I apply for jobs, I show up and people are either like really excited or really disappointed, and neither one bodes well for me. How are you guys doing? Are y'all good? I'm I'm very hungover. I made choices last night. Is it a red flag if a guy and his dog have the same name? It is, right? Is it a bigger red flag if the name is Tony? Who the fuck names a dog Tony? The sex was great though, like, and it makes me wonder, like, is there something wrong with me, or is like sex with shitty, sketchy people always better? It is, right? No, I don't get laid a lot outside of my job. I'm a full service sex worker. Yeah, that's not the funny part. No, and like it makes it hard to date because like people will hit on me at bars, and all I feel like is they're asking me to do my job for free. Like I don't walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey Gary, mind doing my taxes? I'll buy you a drink." Would you like a mojito? How about some free labor? I do service exchanges though. It's just like it's a hard sell to guys at bars of being like, hey, like, want to like move my mattress and like maybe we can get on top of it afterwards. Like, I think if we like do the exchange rate, it's like about 10 minutes. You'll last, right? You got it. They say when you love what you do for a living, you never work a day in your life, right? But I have trouble coming, so I'm working so hard every day of my life. And it's weird telling men that, because like I'll be like, I don't really orgasm, and for some reason they get this look in their eye of like, you slept with hundreds of people, but you know what? I'm gonna be the one who makes this happen. Never happened before with a guy. It's gonna be me. And like it's gotten to the point that I've started calling my vibrators Sherpas. Because, like, God, so many of those fuckers have died getting mediocre white men to the top of that mountain. No. Before I did this, I was a stripper. Yeah, it's really not all that different from comedy. I just used to make money on stage. I did actually book a client from an open mic the other day, not a comic, thank fucking God. And I'm wondering if I can, like, claim that on my taxes as money made as a comic. Like, if you met me at the open mic, it technically counts, right? No. I'd love to tell you a joke. How many strippers can you fit into a single bathroom stall? I don't know how much blow do you have.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. I don't do blow anymore. It made me too sad, so I just started doing comedy instead. Much more financially stable. I had a birthday recently. I just turned 28. Which thank you. Yeah, it's weird getting older because like all of a sudden being messy isn't cute anymore. Like I guess it's like people think that I've lived through enough consequences that I should probably know better at this point, but I'm still getting there, guys. It makes me think of my mom. Because like as we age, we all turn into our mothers. Yeah, too real? Too real. Got it. I'm thinking about coming out to my mom. This will be the third time. But the first 2 times were just phases, guys. Which is like really bold words for a woman who like I'm 85% sure masturbates to Rachel Maddow. Like she once looked up her wife and showed me a picture of her and was like, don't I look just like her? My poor mother. I think she's jealous. I think that like she's sad that she's married to a man and like never got to experiment with dating women. Either that or like she just doesn't like the idea of me sleeping with women. Like she imagines it a little bit too graphically. Which I don't think she understands because like I had a date with a woman 7 years ago. She ghosted me. I still think about her all the time and we only made out. Like I'm not having lots of casual sex with women. It doesn't work that way for me. I actually went on a work trip to DC recently and ended up at a strip club because like you're alone in a hotel room. What are you gonna do? Strippers, that's what you're gonna do. I found out like 10 minutes after going into the club that it was fully nude. And I learned that day I don't really want to see a woman's pussy before I know anything about her. Like it really doesn't. I don't want to know how you shave your pubes before I know your name. Like, oh man, no. Yeah. I I've been making really great decisions when it comes to guys that I'm fucking lately. I recently did a jazz guitarist. Already starting off great, right? Better than Tony and Tony. But he played a little bit for me, and like it was right around New Year's. My resolution was to be less of a cunt, so I just told him, "Man, you're so ahead of your time." It's better than being honest, right? For reference, this guy, he tried to use Jergens as lube.
Ew.
Yeah. He was like, "No, it's fine. It's unscented." And I'm like, "You have not been getting laid enough if you think that you can masturbate the same, like if you can like fuck the same way you masturbate." But he was fucking me, and he had his hand on my throat, and he was choking me, and he was like, "You dumb fucking whore." I had to stop him. Like, I wasn't up for that. Like, I'm a smart whore. I can say, "Please don't come in my hair" in 2 different languages. Thank you. I'd love to demonstrate some for you. I do actually speak Japanese.
Go ahead.
もう気持ちすぎてもう言っちゃうからもうやめてもうそこに座らないでよもう And if you're wondering what that means, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. No, I do actually speak Japanese, which makes like doing that bit make me feel really weird because like it's not racist, but it feels racist. But like I'm a white woman, so like I kind of always vaguely have that sensation in the pit of my stomach. I'm like I must be doing something wrong. Joy, please don't yell at me. No, and like telling people that I lived in Japan and I speak Japanese is weird because they're like, "Man, Japanese people are so polite, right?" And like, no, they're fucking not. Like every time I use chopsticks in Japan, there would undoubtedly be a Japanese person there to say like, "Oh wow, you're so good at that. How did you learn how to do that?" Like, can you just imagine if I walked up to every Asian person I saw eating with a fork and I was just like, "Oh my god, where did you learn to do that? That's incredible. You speak English? Oh my god." Oh man. No, living in Japan was a rush. I did my senior year of high school there. I wanted culture, but like I thought that I'd feel most at home among fellow colonizers, so that's why I picked Japan. It was accurate. Man. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we are, guys. Hey, can I tell you the most fucked up thing that ever happened to me when I was a stripper? You guys up for it? Okay. So this one time, a guy, he walked into the club and he was like, "Oh my god, you look just like my niece. Want to go do a lap dance?" Yeah, like, isn't that fucked up? Like, it pissed me out. Like, "Uncle Tommy, we've talked about this. You can't keep coming to see me at work if you're not going to tip well." That's just a joke, guys. Uncle Tommy tips great. Family takes care of family. Do you guys remember Dora the Explorer? Yeah? I always imagine what it would be like if she'd, like, aged with me. Like, yeah, guiding me through my very early, messy 20s. Like, "Hola, soy Dora. Can you say drunk in Spanish?" "I can't hear you." "Borracha, that's right. Good job." "Hey, backpack, do you have any condoms?" "No." "Hey, Matt, ¿dónde está la clínica de aborto?" And what do we say when dirty old men try to grab your pussy at the strip club? Swipe or no swiping. Thank you, guys. Give it up for your host.
Yo, that is so funny. Swipe or no? And you know what's crazy? I always walk around with a backpack. True story. They always call me the lesbian Dora. And then I have to tell them I don't speak Spanish, which is even more confusing to them. I don't understand. Sometimes brown people do look alike. I don't know what to tell you. Good times, bro. As soon as you were talking about those dudes, how you said they don't make you come, I already knew it immediately what you were going to say, because I don't know what it is, because they're like, "You don't like dick?" I'm like, "No, I don't like dick, but you haven't had my dick." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "You haven't had my dick either. We can try first. Bend over for me. I'll go first and you can go next." Like, nah, I'm not about that life. All right, keep it moving then, motherfucker. I don't know what to... Who's next on the list? Look, I done fucked up. Oh shit, son, where the list at? Where the list at? I'm sorry, one more time. Oh shit, and I knew that, homie. This is we decided to do it better than white people. We got 2 diversity hires. Give it up for your next comedian, Adiel. Let's go.
Give it up with the host with the long-term memory guy. Give it up for Joy for having this. Man. Just ended up having that. Fucking awesome. Mad dope. Good. You guys doing good? You have my permission to call me the love doctor. It's fine. It's good. I do believe in love, you know? I think love is blind, you know? Marriage, eye-opener, though. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? I wouldn't say like I'm a hopeless romantic, though. You ever hear these people that say they're a hopeless romantic? I find that term to kind of be an oxymoron, you know? I think you need a little bit of hope to be a romantic. Otherwise, you're just sitting at home watching rom-coms and practicing making out with yourself in the mirror, you know? Just I did practice that act out in the mirror before doing it. I love Brandon. I love your set, dude. Because he brings up his neighbor, and then for 10 minutes he just talks about people coming, and then he was like, "Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my neighbor." It's great. Yeah, no, it's great to be here. House Party Cafe, where dreams come true in a basement. I love it. A little bit about me. I work as a barista, and when I saw myself doing comedy, I always saw myself in the show Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. If there was a show about me now, it'd be Comedian Without a Car Serving Coffee. That'd be the fucking title of the show. Anybody work in the service industry? Anybody work in the service industry? No? Just me? This will be relatable. I used to work? Fuck yeah. Give it up for this guy, the real essential worker post-COVID, baby. I think as the blow dryer is going, I do think you get treated differently when you go to other places that are like where you work, but you don't work there. You know what I mean? Like, so I work at a cafe, and I went to this other cafe. It's called Cafe Reggio. I don't know if you've ever been, but I went in and I sat down, and the server took my order. But immediately after he took my order, he just walks over to the manager and he goes, "I don't want to do this anymore." And like, I don't know if he knew that I could hear him, but I just yelled out, "All I ordered was a croissant. What the fuck?" I like where I work though. I have a good boss. I thought this was funny though. So like the other day, we had a bunch of machines that were like malfunctioning, right? And they weren't working. And so he just goes, "Oh, fucking Mercury retrograde, man. We're screwed, dude." And I'm just like, what is that? What are you saying right now? What does that mean? And he's just like, "Fucking Mercury retrograde, man. This is what we get. This is technology. We're fucked." You know? And like, here's the thing. I don't live my life by astrology. But if I see a correlation, I'll just run with it. You know what I mean? Like, if shit is going wrong in my life, now whenever somebody comes up to me, I'm just like, "Fucking Mercury retrograde, man. I don't know what to tell you. We're all doomed. We're all fucked," you know? But I work in a cafe. And I do think it's funny when you work at a place like a cafe, like here, because of the different types of customers you get. Like Bushwick is full of so many different people, you know. And one day, the other day actually, I had this customer come in, and he's wearing AirPods, right? And he had to have been talking to his mom I'm surmising, because he comes up to the front counter, me and him lock eyes, and he goes, "All right, I love you." I'm like trying to maintain eye contact, but then he slowly starts taking out his AirPods. He goes, "I'm sorry, that was weird. I don't love you." I was just like, "Thanks," like I was disgusted with this entire encounter. And then he was just like, "Well, maybe I do love you." And I was like, "All right, this is getting a little weird." And he started fumbling his words. He was just like, "Well, I don't know. It's kind of rough right now, man." I was like, "Dude, do you fucking love me or not? I got fucking customers behind you. What are we doing right now? What is this?" Here's what I think. I hate shitty customers, but I love dealing with them. You know what I mean? Like, they'll change their order 3 separate times, make me make a huge mess and be like, "How much is that?" I'll be like, normally it's on the house, but for you, it'll be $63.50. That's how I deal with that shit. I work at a cafe, and
Where do you work?
I work at Caffeine Underground. Yes, come by, I'll make you a mean mocha. But I do enjoy it. It's a job, you want to get good at your job. I want to get so good at my job that like I have like my own secret menu. Like at Jamba Juice or Wawa, how they have their own secret menu. I already kind of know the names of the drinks that I would make. It'd be like mocha matcha macchiato, fuck me dirty chai guy, my gay friend sucks a latte, cappuccino. That's one drink. That's not 2 separate drinks. That's one drink. My gay friend sucks a latte cappuccino. It's a deep dark roast from Peru with a fruity finish of my spit. That's. I don't know. I do love New York though. I love New York. I live in Brooklyn. Anybody else run after the Mr. Softy truck with a heart on? Anybody else do that? Shit. I love New York. Because I'm originally from Florida, and I moved up here about 2 years ago. Been doing stand-up comedy for about 2 years. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't know you had to be funny to do this shit. I didn't know you had to be funny to do this shit. I just wanted to be one of those guys. I just wanted to be a stand-up guy. Sick. This is why we do it, baby. I have been working out differently since I moved here, though. I've been doing push-ups while smoking cigarettes. It's a new routine got myself into. But I do love New York. I love New York because I love how progressive it is. New York is so progressive, and like I'm all on board. Like this is good. But like for me specifically, I just don't know when I'm coming off as annoying or intolerable or offensive. So I just started saying respectfully after every sentence of every conversation I've been getting myself into. Like the other day, this guy came up to me, he goes, "Hey man, you know where Madison Square Garden is?" I was like, "Yeah man, it's on the corner of 8th Avenue and 33rd Street. Respectfully, that's respectfully. I do think New York is like too oversaturated with businesses though, like way too oversaturated with businesses. It's getting to the point where the names of the businesses aren't even original anymore. Like I walked by this pizza parlor the other day, and the name of the pizza parlor was Not Ray's Pizza. That was the fucking name of the pizza parlor. Is that like the next original thought that we can have? No. We still serve pizza. It's just not Ray's Pizza. That just gives me all the inspiration to open up my own pizza parlor. Call it Not Ray's Pizza, where we only serve garlic knots and DVDs. It's like. It just doesn't make any. It's like if I had 2 friends, one of them was named Jeff, and I just say my other friend in my contacts is not Jeff. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I love New York too because I like to go people watching. You guys go people watching? Yeah, it's like bird watching, but instead of throwing little pieces of bread at them, you just throw the whole loaf. I threw a whole loaf of bread at this dude's head once. He was like, "Ow!" I was like, "It's fucking bread. Get the fuck out of here." I like to go people watching, man. It was people watching at Union Square the other day. You ever go people watching at Union Square? I was people watching. And I saw. You'll never guess who I saw. I saw Abraham Lincoln, dude. I saw Abraham Lincoln at Union Square. And I realized right then and there that that's why it must be called Union Square and not the Confederate Square, you know? He wasn't a statue, but I like to go people watch. I notice things when I go people watching, like cops specifically. You ever notice how like cops always walk in pairs of two, like in the subways, you know? It's always like a guy cop and a guy cop, or a guy cop and a lady cop. It's never a lady cop and a lady cop, which I kind of find a little sexist, you know? But sometimes when I'm in the subways and I see like a guy cop and a lady cop walking, I'll go up to the lady cop while pointing to the guy cop and I'll be like, is this guy bothering you? And the guy cop's always like, I'm sorry, sir, is there a problem? You know, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I was talking to her, not you. Can you just back up a little bit? 6 feet, please. You know you can do better than him, right? I think that's my type. I think my type is women cops, you know? Just want to get stunned into coming every night. Just that's what I want. Thank you. I like taking the subways. Anybody take the subway to get here? I like taking the subways. I realize I like wearing my headphones on the subway platform so I don't have to hear when I fart. Like I just ripped one right in front of this dude and he was just like, bro, was that you? I was like, what? He was just like, did you just fart? I was like, I didn't hear anything. I just put my headphones on. Shit, man. You see crazy shit in the subways, dude. Like, you know how like homeless guys will come in the subways and start begging for money? Well, 2 homeless guys the other day came into the subways on opposite ends, and I was sitting in the middle, of course, and they're both like asking people for money, and then they meet each other in the middle, and I'm sitting right there, and the one homeless guy just goes, hey man, I've been doing this for 30 years. Get off the fucking subway. Like he was like, you know, fucking, and the guy was like, dude, I've been on this subway since Canarsie. I was just like, dude, I've been on this subway since Saturday. Get the fuck off my subway. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. What do I want to end on? I will say this. It's a joy to be one of Joy's good friends and comic friends, to say the least. And I'm super stoked to see what else she has in store with this festival. It feels like a festival because she's been doing this like almost she's done it at the Daily Press. She's done it at Positive Vibes, now House Party Cafe. And, you know, if anything, just keep it going for Joy Sanchez, everybody. Please donate, buy her work. She's fucking an awesome human being. It was a pleasure doing this, Joy. Thank you for having me. Give it up for a winner, guys. Give it up for her.
Yo, shout out to the love, bruh. Shout out to the love that's happening in this room right now. I can honestly say it's been a blessing meeting. The first time I met you, instantly I was like, she's a vibe. I have a lot of my sets come from our conversations. I'm like, let me write this shit down. We too high to remember this tomorrow. That's the fucking truth, bro. Cops, man. As soon as you said cops, it's been in my head this whole time. I don't like cops, bro. I was in New Jersey. Don't ask me what the fuck I was doing there. I have no clue. But I saw a cop car, and it had, I don't know if you guys have seen this, it said domestic violence awareness on the car. Do you believe that shit? I was like, these bastards are putting out ads for their favorite hobbies now? That's fucking disrespectful. We wouldn't need awareness if you stop beating your wives. All right. It's the truth. It's the truth, bro. It's like the top, what is the statistics on cops beating their wives? It's real. It's real. Thank you. All right. We wouldn't need the awareness if y'all just stopped. I swear. It'd be funny if they put Black Lives Matter on one of those next, right? It's crazy. All right. So it's been a great night. Like I said, I recommend if you haven't already taken a look at the artwork that's upstairs. It's beautiful artwork. You guys on the internet, come check it out. Come check it out. Check it out. Yeah. Come check it out at the House Party Cafe and Lounge. It's gonna be here for the rest of the month, and raffle tickets all month long. You can. By the way, if you buy a raffle ticket, you still win something. Everybody wins something if you buy a raffle ticket. You're either gonna walk home with a printed copy of a framed printed copy of some of the artwork, or a Black Joy T-shirt, which we all need a little more representation of Black Joy out here in these streets. So why not? You know what I'm saying? So tired of making us miserable. I put us on black too. We all black in reality. It's just the truth. Anybody that denies this doesn't know their history. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm so excited for this next performer because I saw the sax. I knew it was over. I was like, we're about to be blown away. Goddamn. I just met you today, but you seem like a whole vibe. Please give it up for the very talented Stanford. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Good. Let's raise this up. Why am I raising it? I should be lowering it down. Nah, I don't do comedy. I do comedy, but not often. Let's see. So this first song I'm gonna do is called Dirt. It's called Dirt because it was back. I wrote it during that time when everybody was learning how to wash their hands.
Kept it so real, I was 200. Turn around and tell me I was too honest. At least the ones that came to beef came to eat. Playing an honest game don't mean you didn't cheat. What's loyalty without the self-respect? What's loyalty without the self-respect? I'm about to rob this bar. Leave the engine running in my car. It's cold outside, wear my coat. I'm dirty in the shower with a soap. I'm about to rob this bar. Leave the engine running in my car. It's cold outside, wear my coat. I'm dirty in the shower with a soap. Still a lot of options to evaluate. I get so much love, start to value hate. So much on the table, I can't deviate. Driving through the fast ain't how much speed it take. Dash +1, I don't need a date. Coach, let me rock, I don't need a break. Shooters all around me, I don't need a gate. Never had a mediocre minute. Lions don't reside with the timid. No need to decide if ain't no limit. No need to decide if ain't no limit. Never had a mediocre minute. Lions don't reside with the timid. No need to decide if ain't no limit. No need to decide if ain't no limit. The things I want, I don't need. The things I need, I don't know. Hit me back, don't front. We can do what you want. The things I want, I don't need. The things I need, I don't know. Hit me back, don't front. We can do what you want. Sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty. When you gotta get your Okay, so that was Dirt. This next song is called BWHS, Boy Who Harnessed Swag. Cause all my money got that white dust, wipe it off like a white truck. All my money got that red just, light it up before the light adjusts. They don't think they like us. They don't know they like us.
It's always the ones you refuse, never the one that you choose. Win, win, lose, lose. Even all the treasure on the cruise. Everywhere there's desert once was ocean. Flowing like a river full of potion. Permaculture, permanent nature. When I wear iconic looks. When I read iconic books. They think I'm a iconoclast. I'm a iconoclast. The fish gon' stick when I'm in water. The fish gon' stick when I'm in water. The birds gon' sing when they in cages. Standing on paper stages. My dreams are running all at night. My nightmares over in the millisecond. Leftover toppings taste like pizza. She go on top and send a pizza. I don't see it, you ain't see it neither. Feeling good. Okay, thank you. This next, I forgot what I said I was going to do. Gravity? Okay, let's do gravity. This song is about, making major life decisions with another person. Hey, yo, coach, put me in. Let the defense take me out. Just an option for the route. You can run while I receive. We should both try to believe. We'll go the same way when we leave. If you're the roots, then I'm the tree. Would you bear your fruit for me? I won't let your apples fall. Can you feel my gravity? I won't let your apples fall. Can you feel my gravity? Gravity pulling me down, while magnets push me up. Can you hold me down? Me, I'm rolling up. Gravity pulling me down, while magnets push me up. Can you hold me down? Me, I'm holding up. Gravity pulling me down, while magnets push me up. Can you hold me down? Me, I'm rolling up. Gravity pulling me down, while magnets push me up. Can you hold me down? Me, I'm rolling up. Lost sight and lost my balance on the first step. Then I lost my faith right before I left. Caught the phone, but then I dropped the call. How high? Hope super fly, never fall. They sit back and watch you water gardens. They gon' snatch your flowers right before the harvest. At the end of the day, another day over. This happens fatigue or less for the week. One thing not on the same page as me. One thing not on the same page as me. I've been rolling through that metro. I don't even stop for petrol. In that country like I'm Jethro. Nigga made it out the ghetto. But I would not say that yet though. I went right when you went left though. I can't hear you like I'm deaf though. Never life like I'm on death row. Never life like I'm on death row. Thank you. Okay, so that's all for me. I appreciate you so much for this coming out tonight. Thank you for Radical Black Joy for having me. Thank you, Winter, for being a special host. Thank you to everybody that's coming out in the building. Appreciate you so much. Have a good night, y'all.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's a vibe right there, guys. That's a vibe. I really respect people that know how to play an instrument, especially an instrument like that, because that requires a lot of brain work. That's like hand, breath. Like that's me personally. I tried to learn the piano. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, and it didn't work. It lasted like 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this is too much. I got 10 fingers. I gotta pay attention to all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough. I think I learned one song. That's how you knew I wasn't interested in learning the piano, because I didn't learn the notes. I just learned the song. Joy, I appreciate you greatly for bringing us together. This has been a beautiful evening. Beautiful talent that's up here, very diverse talent, genuinely diverse in thought, because that matters as well. So this has been a great night. Do you want to tell us about some of your artwork that's up there, so that way when people come, they know what they're buying raffles for? Buy the raffle tickets is what I'm trying to say. For real, just come out here. It's beautiful. Dead ass. It's like fire art. I'm trying to promote your shit. No, I'm just kidding. Buy the tickets. You heard? Because you end up a winner anyway. That's why you can't. That's not even like you're not even placing no bets. You a guaranteed winner. That's amazing, bro. Everybody wins with Black Joy. Radical Black Joy at that. Everything is to the extreme. Not in the Arab way. That's scary. But
I don't know if you're calling me up or
yeah, you can definitely please educate us on some of the pieces and what inspired I guess your main highlights for that.
Yeah, word. Give it up for your host, Winter. Now you have to do better than that. Like I know we're all like obscenely rich out in this bitch, but like you can. All right, she's just a woman. She's not gonna kill you. All right, so but here's the thing. I find that like millennial life is wild. And yeah, I'm a millennial, right?
You are.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
82 Gen X.
you're a millennial.
I'm a millennial. Right. See? Even I forgot, But like Black millennials, I think are the catalysts, right? We're the ones that were raised with the discovery and rapid expansion of technology. Because I remember my first computer at home was like a big deal, right? When I was in junior high and they were putting computers in schools, that big ass Mac. Y'all remember them? Okay, maybe you don't.
With the colors.
The colored backs, yes.
Yeah.
Back when you had to have an AOL log on, and like if you were on Facebook, you had to be in an actual fucking school. You couldn't just be some random motherfucker putting in random numbers to create a fake profile. Like the world wasn't as wide and as like complex, and there weren't as many options, but there were more options than before, and that was something that I was never allowed to forget. I went to school in Canarsie and lived on the Jewish side of Crown Heights for some of my life, but then quickly moved into like complete statistical Black neighborhood standards in New York in the 90s. So I got to live this and since then I'm 40 now, like yay, 40 years. But like it's that thing that people that are older than you always tell you that like you understand when you're older. And it's like now that I'm older, I get it. Like, whoo. Especially when you're a person of color, like the world that you live in, the rules are getting redefined with every breath that we take. Every person that gets to identify themselves in whatever way you fucking like. Until my 30s, I never really thought of until like my late 20s, my early 30s, I never started thinking about questions like my identity. How do I identify? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm a human fucking being. I'm going to work, and I identify as tired as shit. Like that's what are you talking about, right? The being a black person and caring about my mental health and figuring out how to manage that and what to do about that, helping others in my community and my family deal with their mental health, deal with their physical health. Thinking about myself in ways of health. It's not something I really had an option about thinking about when I was young. It's like I come up and we don't talk about Uncle James or we don't talk about that person. And no, there's a reason why Aunt Karen can't bring her friend to dinner, or why Aunt Karen only brings her roommate with her everywhere they go. But like we all, what I'm saying? Like that type of bullshit. Like why can't we say the quiet parts out loud? Like what is so dangerous about a truth that is multifaceted, about like not it's weird. And when I became a mom, I had to start thinking about who I was being, because like children reflect you to you, and you realize, oh shit, I'm a trash human being. Well, no, I never think I'm trash, but you know what I'm saying. Like when you have all these different ways to analyze yourself, I start to think about, what does I'm a black person. That's a woman. That's queer. That's named Joy. My art is always reflective of what I'm working through internally in my life, or circumstantially, right? If I don't have lots of time to sit down and paint something and meditate on it and like make what that is now, right? That's when I was making lots of smaller pieces very quickly, mostly marker based stuff. But now I'm able to sit down and have these long meditations about myself, about my place in the world, about the world around me. How do I impact that? And what are we doing here when we talk about liberation and breaking down oppressive systems and things of that nature? And I personally was raised to believe and have come and continue to believe that like art is a tool of transformation. It doesn't matter. And art is also what happens when life is in harmony. So like what we traditionally think about as art, I don't think only applies to that. I think like there's an artistry to being an accountant, and to being a producer. There's a writer, a teacher. Like all the ways that you identify your life have an artistry to it, and it only becomes art when that thing is smooth. All right, I'm way off topic here. But that's also kind of the point, is that when you're trying to like, in me, the other thing that impacted how I create is that I lost my father almost a year ago, right? And Patrick Adams, hey. I appreciate you, Lobo, for playing a lot of Patrick's like music. That lifted my heart up. But so in the process of grieving, right? Understanding that like not understanding how much your life is wrapped up in someone else when they leave. So who are you when things are behind? I'm figuring out my own life. I'm physically moving from place to place. And so my art is representative. The process of creating this art is representative of like the unpacking that we do inside too, of like going to revisit our past selves and deciding what still works for us. Do these boundaries still apply? Like, what am I allowing myself to do that I didn't allow myself to do before? What do I feel comfortable doing now? How much have I changed? Have I changed? Growth is uncomfortable. And, but I feel like if you're growing, you're constantly making space for yourself to exist in a different way. And when I think about myself as an artist, when I think about blackness in the world and what I want my art to like reflect in the world that I see is like what is the possibility of our joy? What is the possibility of us if we just look around and really analyze what we already have? What can I pull from that I already have and apply it to what I want to create? The thing I've never seen that I've only seen up here or I've only seen in here, how to put that into the world. Essentially, at the end of the day, anything that was ever created in this world, anything that we love, from what we drink and what we eat to the fucking overpriced cell phones that we buy and the sneakers that we put on our feet and the places that we like to go, the buses we travel on, the buildings we live in, everything started in somebody's mind. And then a bunch of people just got behind it and was like, yeah, I believe in that. And then they put money into that. And people could keep living their lives. They didn't have to like have a job and a hustle and another hustle on top of the hustle and a funnel for the tunnel. Nigga, just let me just like, because at the end there is a way of like overburdening yourself, and I find that like I create because I feel like I don't have too many ways of not wanting to hurt somebody else, myself, whatever. I don't know. And art always changes things. So the resurrection of Black joy is like a physical, I don't know, like breadcrumbs, I guess, suggestions, possibilities. I physically moved into a new apartment while I was creating this collection of work. And with all of these paintings that are upstairs start from like 2016. So there's lots of old pieces that I started a while ago that I still had. So when I got them back from storage after not seeing them for years, I was able to look at them differently. In the same way as like I entered this pandemic and I was a completely different version of myself, you know? And now who am I? What can I keep from back then? I look at the world and I feel like if only the world would be as easy as making art, you know? If we could just realize that by going to our past and analyzing it and comparing it to the vision that we see in the future, that's how we decide what do we keep and what do we let go of. Like there's shit that we can definitely let go of. And there's no reason why we can't be united in that fucking effort, you know? As Winter loves to say, like, yo, you can't just be for your own oppression, for the end of your own oppression. Like everybody that's oppressed. That's blackness to me. Everybody that's oppressed. That's what blackness is. Something that's trying to tell you it's a culture made by people that were told that we weren't supposed to be anything other than this specific thing in the world. So what does it mean for me to, if I wasn't meant to exist, if I wasn't meant to be here, I don't think I would be here. If I wasn't meant to do something, I don't think I would do it. So if you're supposed to be joy and you're also black and you're also all of these things, these identities that like, if we look around, we think they're really in danger. Everyone is in fucking danger. How do we remedy that? What do we think about that? What do we feel about that? And what parts can we like keep with us and what can we let go? So that's kind of the thoughts of the meditation. As I come out of my grief, I'm like, I feel different. I'm happy. I look at everything that I have done, that I can do, and I am reassured that like, yo, we have more than enough to like be prosperous and abundant in the future. I think that's all I have to say about that. If anybody has any questions, I will take questions from the internet, from the real peoples. No. Going once, going twice. What's up?
I haven't seen the artwork yet, so.
How dare you, sir?
Sir.
Haven't even seen the artwork and he speaks. Devastation. But that's all right. That's cool. That's what for the rest of this time is for. Because I feel like there are messages on my phone I should return. I don't want to keep you hostage in the dark. That seems a little sketchy. I have books for sale, and I didn't tell you how much they are on the internet. They're still for sale. Paperbacks. It's 100 pages. My book, by the way, my book is 100 pages, and it goes hand in hand with the experience of the art that I'm creating. Like these are all ideas that are drawn from, like going to just experience what Black joy is in the world. Like, does it exist outside of the space that I make for myself? Like, can it exist? Can it survive past that? Can it thrive? Anyway, the paperbacks are $40.40, and the hardcovers are $50.50. And volume 2 is $10. Raffle tickets are there. They'll be around, and I will get to putting the signage up because I will find a printer. My printer. Don't ever buy a not HF, not Canon. Who's the HP? Do not buy HP printers. And I don't care if y'all never sponsor me like on a world tour again. Like that's fine. They're not sponsoring me now, but I just want to make sure because when you buy HP printer, they make you sign up for ink, like some type of program, so you can't print without paying your monthly subscription. So I got this printer that I can't use, and ink that I can't use, and like paper all the time, and it won't work because the signal's being blocked because I don't have a subscription. So I have to pay $6.99 a month on top of it to be allowed to print from the physical printer that I have in my fucking house. Fuck these corporations. Like, fuck them. That's not Black joy. That's not Black joy at all. That was a wasted motherfucking money. Like, that's Black frustration. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, especially Carlos here and the staff and everybody at House Party Cafe in Bushwick. Y'all should definitely come through. Come back again. I know there's a comedy show after this, so I want to make sure we're staying in our time. But they have lots of programming, comedy, music all the time, very often on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Check out their schedule, their website. I don't know what it is, but I know that if you go to Instagram, it's House Party Cafe and Lounge. So just follow them. Thank you, DJ Lobo. Who's gonna take over from here? We're gonna say goodbye to the internet. We're just gonna play some music until we have to leave in about we got like 45 minutes, 55 minutes, just hang out. So the internet's the only one that's gonna be mad they're not here. But like we can just play music and I'm gonna hang up. I don't know. I don't have any answers, but I do have lots of theories. Because I'm a nerd. Also, just remember, here's one last like theory that blows my mind. When you look into physics, right, into colors, you know how every color vibrates at a different frequency, right? We can all agree this is right. Cool. Remember, I can't see you. Like, I'm just assuming you're all Black women. Like that's it's what I do. It's my imagination. What you gonna do about it? So, when every color except Black, because Black in physics is actually a Black body, right? So, to make something very complicated, very simple, the sun is a Black body. The sun is an example of a Black body, meaning it's something that, like, can intake radiation. It absorbs the radiation of life and then emits it. It transmutes it and it emits it. And I found that to be very profound. And so that's the other part of what my art is, the other part of my meditation of life, reconciling that fact that Black is the only color not on the color spectrum, and yet the sun is a Black body. And now it makes sense why white people get sunburned. There we go. That was the nod. I mean, I don't know. I had to say the quiet part out loud because Black joy don't back down from shit. But we do know when our time is up and when it's time to get off the internet. So I want to thank each and every one of you here and at home for joining us. I'm going to turn it back over to DJ Lobo Cop. Thank you, Winter. Thank you, Stanford Reed. Thank you, Jesselyn. Thank you, Jason Little. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to keep like just naming names until Logo has the music back on. Thank you, Eddie. Okay. Thank you, Red and Scott. Thank you, Crenshaw. Kind of funny white. Now that's his Instagram. It's Crenshaw's kind of funny, but his last name is White, so that was funny. Thank you to everybody that's supposed to be here and couldn't be here. Thank you for everybody who's like, I'm on my way, I'm coming, but didn't show up. Thank you everybody who let me know you couldn't make it, but you said, yo, kill that shit, girl. I believe in you. Thank you to everybody who didn't send me any money ever. Thank you to everybody who did buy my book so far. I got about 35 left. I'm trying to get them all out into the world. Thank you to my daddy, Patrick Adams, for getting my mama pregnant. Christine, hey, shout out to your life because your daughter's dope. Thank you to House Party Carlos. Thanks for having me be Artist of the Month. Appreciate being hosted. Thanks to my kids for dealing with my craziness and not washing the dishes. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, Internet. I'm gonna take